Good evening. Once again, it's time for another episode of Veston's Storybook Theater. And here is your host, Veston Bruno.
Oh, greetings. Welcome to Veston's Storybook Theater, home of children's stories. I'm Veston Bruno. Tonight, we present a famous drama of suspense and lots of silliness. It's called Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs, as retold by my favorite author and television writer, Mo Willems, who you may recognize as the animator for Sesame Street, The Offbeats, and Sheep in the Big City. He was also the writer for the first 4 seasons of Codename Kids Next Door. So now, let's begin. Once upon a time, there were 3 dinosaurs, Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. One day, for no particular reason, the 3 dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at varying temperatures.
"Oh boy,"
said Papa Dinosaur in a loud booming voice.
"it is finally time to leave and go to the, someplace else."
Yes,
continued Mama Dinosaur.
I sure hope no innocent little succulent child happens by our unlocked home while we are, someplace else. Our fish.
Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. The 3 dinosaurs went someplace else, and were definitely not hiding in the woods, waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come by. Well, Veston, I don't want to do this Goldilocks thing. It's embarrassing. Don't be ridiculous. It's tradition. It's the kind of day where all the Goldilocks roles were played by you.
Ah! I think we're going to get letters I think we're going to get emails about this.
Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came traipsing along. Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like,
Be patient, Papa Dinosaur. The trap is not sprung.
but that could have been a rock falling, or a squirrel. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who would listen to anyone or anything. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strange, enormous houses. So, as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. Welcome. Ding! Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks.
That chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of that counter.
Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't left on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but Goldilocks ate it all anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold, but who cares about temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right, but Goldilocks was on such a roll by now, she hardly noticed. Soon, Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite things in the whole world for hungry dinosaurs. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room. So she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. The first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair was too tall. Goldilocks was going to climb that high just to sit in some chair, so she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were too gigantically big.
What is going on here?
Groaned the exhausted little girl. The bears that live here must be nuts. Just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating,
A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested.
Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking.
Hey,
She told herself,
this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house.
say what you like about Goldilocks. But she was no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and got out of there. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling,
Now!
or charge, or the Norwegian expressions for
Chewy bonbon time!
Suddenly, and completely coincidentally, the three dinosaurs rushed through the front door. But they were too late. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were three disappointed dinosaurs. The end. The moral is, if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. And the moral for dinosaurs is, lock the back door. You okay, Goldilocks?
I think so. What happened?
Well, I could just say that your trip around the dinosaur's house was a big, dangerous mess.
Okay.
And so ends our tale. So if you haven't seen your fair share of Mo Willems cartoons on Sesame Street, like my personal favorite is Susie Kablusi, whose voice was improvised by Mo Willems, you could check them. You could check these cartoons out in the links below the description. Until next time, this is Veston Bruno saying, ring, ring, ring. Oh, 3 rings! Cowabunga! That's the Pizza Man! And I'm out of here! Bye-bye.